Hello ladies and gentlemen, Apex here with our part 2 of the Otomo campaign. We start off dispatching the remaining enemy forces encamped outside one of our castles on the island of Kyushu. Defeating this gives us security and complete peace over the southern island. We build up some of our remaining forces and just get our armies centralized and get ready for a push to take the last of the small island the Chosukabe starts on that we're currently taking over, and then push on to the main Japanese island where we'll eventually work our way up to Kyoto itself. Capturing these final two Chosukabe settlements on this island secures our hold over the smaller islands in the Japanese archipelago. An easy battle with almost no casualties lost. With the small island secured, we send our first army onto the main island to start liberating settlements. While the castle of Suo falls with little opposition, an enemy army moves into the area just behind me and lays siege to Suo. The enemy army is almost twice my size. The one thing going for me is I have a lot of spearmen and I'm playing on the defensive with plenty of guns to cover these walls. The enemy army, in addition, is split up on both sides of the castle. Because they're not attacking the same location all at once, I'm able to defeat them separately. The enemy forces send a small cavalry charge right up to the walls. Now I don't know what they were doing because they are absolutely torn apart by my fire arrows. The first army crumbles against my yard wall just atop the city's walls. Seeing the enemy begin to pressure the opposite side of the castle, I quickly pull my forces back to reinforce that area. The enemy stood no chance and we kill over 3,000 of their forces while only losing around 600 of our men. A devastating blow to the enemy in the area. We push further on, capturing more of their settlements. These are undefended due to their two previous standing armies being completely destroyed. With a substantial foothold on the island, and fearing the incoming divided realm mechanic, I decide to start taking some vassals to try and secure my borders with allied armies so I wouldn't have to bother defending. I was hoping with this that these vassals would not get the massive negative opinion modifier that you get during the realm divide, and they would still stay by my side, and that way I could worry about securing Kyoto and pushing the enemy forces back and not have to deal with random enemy armies or fleets dropping off forces behind me. With the capture of Setsu by our Christian forces, we are mere miles away from the capital of Japan and able to securing ourselves as the Shogun. The Oda forces in the area launch a surprise counterattack I wasn't expecting, and their superior men forced me to retreat. Unfortunately, they are able to catch up to my men, and I'm forced to fight this battle. I've arranged my men in a long front line to be able to match theirs and maximize my ranged firepower. The Oda send their cavalry around to flank my forces, but I'm ready with my own cavalry and some katana samurai who will dispatch them easily. As the battle lines close, my muskets open their first volleys, dealing devastating damage to the Oda, but the relentless horde of men that they have just keep coming. As their cavalry gets close, I pull my muskets behind my Yaru wall and hope to reposition them to get some shots off from the sides or in the gaps between the army. This battle was devastating, with only a couple men left and most of my army completely dead. I managed to whittle down the Oda forces slowly, but even then, the balance of power may say I've got a 60% chance of winning, but right now, with the strength of their men left, it doesn't feel that way. The last few of the Oda men rout, and I look over my casualties. Almost the entire army has died in this fight, but I've managed to dispatch all of the Oda forces in the area, and I should be able to recover my men and push again long before the Oda are able to recuperate their own defense. The time has finally come to take the capital of Kyoto in our Otomo name. Now, I bring 2 of my armies into the area because I know Kyoto is a rough city to attack and they have a very strong defensive army that's never going to pull out of there, and I'm going to need the backup to take it. I quickly dispatch the scouting force they had outside of the city and amass my men for the final assault. With 2 veteran Otomo armies filled with battle-hardened Ashigaru and samurai units, Kyoto doesn't stand a chance, and the remaining army within the walls absolutely crumbles to my men. With the capture of Kyoto comes a unfortunate realization of the poor decisions I had made. Those vassals that I had formed did not care anymore about being my vassal and how I liberated them from their oppressors and gave them independence. What they saw was a Christian foreign power attempting to take over their capital, and they didn't like it. And so independence against me would be declared. This would have to be punished. With the last of the rebel forces who had rose up against me defeated, I sent my army into Oda territory to conquer their cities. Little did I know that this final attack would secure us victory.
My ancestors would be proud. We drew the sword and went to war. From the northern mountains to the depths of the southern seas, we rule. I rule. The true master of Japan has been revealed. All men bow to me, their mighty Shogun. Our clan's greatness will be remembered. Its glory, its power, a legacy to last 10,000 years.
And there you have it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. As you can see the timeline in the back going down, you can see what we've been able to achieve so far. I'll be putting out a unit tier list for all the units I worked with throughout this campaign, and I will hope to see you guys then. Thanks for watching.